I'll probably come over there.
Oh, really? Okay. Because it is,
Huh.
What about now?
Uh,
Hello? Hello?
it's still going.
Okay. Because it's registering in all three, but the third one is, I know the third one is broken. So the problem is the monitors themselves, not the soundboard, because it's sending signal out, but it's not coming through.
So it's an official student org, but we don't get funding from the school. So one of our agreements is that we have to maintain our nonprofit status, and also we have to maintain our student org status. So we're like both.
It's not coming through here.
I'll turn off the top back mic for now. Wait a second. What about now? Is this the same?
Can you kill the left one?
Kill the left one. Hello?
It's still coming through.
Hello?
I'm Stevie. I've been at UCSD since 2017. I'm a graduate student. Was looking for a place on campus that was a nice place to hang out, and I found it, and I'm still here 5 years later. So,
hi, I'm Philip Tajanko. Phil works. I've been at the Chè since October 2020, so over a year now. Pretty weird to think about.
so it's technically it's one of the 4 original co-ops. The other co-ops are Groundworks Books, the Food Co-op, and G-Store. So these 4 student orgs were created in the 1980s. But what I do know is that as long as we maintain our side of the lease, which is being a student org, being a nonprofit, serving student community, we're allowed to be in this sort of liminal space where we are selling tickets. We're not getting funding from the university. We are paying them rent. It's a very small amount. And it's like a symbiotic relationship, at least right now. It was not in the past, from what I understand.
Yeah.
But right now it's pretty good, because as long as we follow our lease, they don't try to tear us down.
That works pretty good.
I've heard worse.
I ask myself the same question most every day. Why no one did?
Okay. I'm gonna mute it.
That's cool.
That's another way to get audio in here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's pretty cool. I didn't know we had this. Nice.
They were here, and I got here right after. But from 2014 to 2016, pretty sure the space was occupied. Like, somebody was here 24/7 because there was no lease. The school was trying to evict everybody from the building so that they could demolish the building and actually build another one of those water towers. And so what the collective at the time tried to do, and did successfully, I guess, because it's still here, was have somebody in the space all the time so that they couldn't bulldoze it, while they sort of rallied support and got petitions. They eventually got the alumni involved, and my understanding is that the alumni were very upset because this is the oldest building on campus. And a lot of alumni have a lot of good memories here. And so the alumni hired lawyers, and I think that they sued the school. I don't know for sure, but I think there was definitely that sort of stuff happening, litigation of some sort. The Chè and also the other 3 co-ops are different because of when they were made and the lease agreement that we have. We're still a student org. Phil and I are both principal members, in the same way that student orgs have principal members, but we're also a nonprofit, so we can actually sell tickets Once we get our seller's permit up again, we'll be able to sell food and drink. And that's the same for all of the others. That Groundworks Books can sell books, Food Co-op sells food, G-Store sells general store stuff. But other student orgs can't do that. Sort of, I mean, it's more of a community space than anything. We do a lot of music, and in the past we have done a lot of music, but we've also done plays. Theater stuff. We've also we're going to do a poetry reading in December. So it's really whatever the community brings to us and whatever we decide to do, right? And I don't think that we're not limited to just music, but music is fun and we do a lot of it, so.
And also, in regards to music shows, we don't also just have music shows for the sake of music shows. They're sometimes also for, like, serving a better cause. Like, in December, we're planning to have some sort of charity show because someone came to us asking to have a charity show. So we're really receptive to the needs of people who actually come and ask us for things.
The basic culture is non-hierarchical or anti-hierarchical, in that, like, I've been here 5 years and Phil's only been here 1 year, but that does not matter in terms of decision making because all of our decisions are made unanimously. And I have been around so long that essentially I'm considered a trusted member, so I can open the space, I have the key code, etc., etc. Phil hasn't gone through that process yet, so he's considered a general member, but we both have the same ability to, like, block proposals.
Affect change in
Right.
the space, basically.
So, like, if we want to have a show, or if we want to buy chairs, or any like, it's very mundane things or like very serious things, like, do we want to only have hardcore shows, which isn't really a discussion that we're having, but, like, hypothetically, if I wanted to block that or disagree with that, it would only take one person to disagree with that, right? And it could be me, but it could also be Phil, but it could also be somebody who had only been to 2 meetings. Like, it doesn't matter, because we want to sort of avoid hierarchy as much as possible in our space. And that is sort of different from basically anywhere else I've ever been. So part of, yeah. Because usually campuses, I don't know how other student orgs work, but they sort of expect us to have a president. And we don't have a president.
Don't exactly.
We have a nominal president, right? I guess I'm technically the president, but it's only because I've been around.
You are the...
And I'm the one who renews the student org. But, like, me being president doesn't matter at the meetings, 'cause I can't veto anything. That's not how it works. Everybody can veto anything with a block, technically.
Yeah.
But I can't push something through if other people don't agree. The name, the Chè Cafe, is also from the 1980s. And it's sort of very much become the brand, right, of the sort of space. Like, people, especially in the DIY punk scene in Southern California, know what the Chè Cafe is, right? And so it would be, we've thought about changing the name.
Yeah.
Because, to be honest, I don't have, like, a personal association with Che Guevara or anything. But it would be difficult to sort of revamp everything. If I could, I would rename it the Angela Davis Cafe.
This one. Testing.
Testing. It kind of works. It works fine.